Hyun Bin shocked as Son Ye-jin reveals a Netflix secret about their new series. That's the headline everyone is talking about. And today on K-DramaHaventv, we're diving straight into the story that has the entire K-drama fandom spinning. Sit tight, because what you're about to hear is the kind of real-life drama that feels straight out of a script. So here's how it all started. For months, fans have been whispering, guessing, even manifesting the possibility of Hyun Bin and Son Ye-jin working together again. After the global success of Crash Landing on You, the demand has never died down. Every time either of them breathes in public, social media turns it into breaking news. But then, out of nowhere, something unexpected happened. A tiny comment from Son Ye-jin during a closed-door Netflix event, and Hyun Bin's reaction? Let's just say even staff members were stunned. According to insiders who were present, the atmosphere had been pretty relaxed. The cast and crew were discussing the rapid rise of Korean content on Netflix, talking about production challenges, creative freedom, and how global fans respond to their work. Everyone was sharing safe, PR-friendly answers. But then Son Ye-jin was asked whether she would ever consider starring in another Netflix series with someone she has great chemistry with. You can imagine who everyone thought of immediately. At first, she laughed it off, the way she always does, calm, gentle, elegant. But then she leaned forward, lowered her voice just a little, and said something no one expected. She said, "Actually, Netflix has already approached us about a project together." The room froze. Reporters froze. Even Hyun Bin froze. Now, this wasn't a confirmation, but it wasn't denial either. And in Korean entertainment, a statement like that is basically a mini earthquake. The people who were there said Hyun Bin literally blinked several times, and for a second, he looked like he wasn't sure whether he was supposed to smile or pretend he didn't hear it. Son Ye-jin glanced at him, and he glanced back, and that tiny moment? That was enough for fans to lose their minds. Later, when the event wrapped up, Hyun Bin reportedly told the staff that he was surprised she mentioned that, and that they weren't supposed to talk about anything yet. But he wasn't angry. Instead, he looked amused, maybe even a little shy, the kind of expression fans love to analyze for hours. Here's the part no one is telling you. Netflix has been trying to reunite them for over a year. The streaming giant knows the magnitude of their global fan base. They know the world still talks about Crash Landing on You like it aired last week. And Netflix also knows something else. The Bin-jin couple represents a once-in-a-generation aesthetic that sells. Romance, star power, talent, authenticity, they have it all. Sources say Netflix proposed several genres, including a mature romance, a political thriller with a hidden love line, and even a dual timeline melodrama set in the 1990s. But the couple has always been extremely careful about working together again. They don't want to be reduced to just a couple on screen. They want a script that feels powerful, meaningful, and new. So when Son Ye-jin dropped that hint, she wasn't saying a project was confirmed. What she was revealing, intentionally or not, is that discussions have already happened, and that was enough to send Hyun Bin into shock, because they both know how quickly news like that spreads. And oh, it spread. Fans immediately started creating concept posters, editing fan-made teasers, and hashtagging everything from Bin-jin Netflix series to Hyun Bin's Son Ye-jin reunion. Korean news outlets started calling Netflix for statements. Netflix, of course, said nothing, which only made the rumors louder. Then something even more interesting happened. At another schedule a few days later, Hyun Bin was asked directly about her comment. He didn't deny anything. Instead, he smiled that calm, respectful smile of his and said, "If there is a good project, who knows?" This is Hyun Bin. He is known for being extremely careful with his answers, so when he gives something like that, fans know it means discussions are real. Meanwhile, Son Ye-jin went online and made a playful joke during a live stream, saying, "I talk too much sometimes." Fans immediately connected the dots. She knew she had slipped. She knew Hyun Bin was surprised. And she knew the internet was going wild. But she didn't take it back. Not once. The truth is this. Netflix is building something big. A global-scale project. A story that blends romance with maturity, emotion with tension, and nostalgia with modern Korean storytelling. And they want that couple. The couple whose real-life marriage made the world cry with happiness. The couple whose chemistry melted screens. The couple whose simple eye contact can generate millions of views. Netflix knows what they're doing. And listen, the Korean entertainment industry is famously secretive. Projects can be in negotiation for months before anyone announces anything. Scripts go through revisions, schedules get adjusted, directors get swapped, and actors only sign when everything feels right. So when Son Ye-jin said Netflix approached them, she wasn't exposing a confirmed secret. She was confirming interest. And Netflix interest is already huge news. Now let's talk about how the fans reacted. International fans, especially from the Philippines, Indonesia, the US, and Nigeria, immediately began trending the story. Fan communities started saying things like, "Give us anything with them. We don't even care what the plot is." Others said they'd take even a cameo, a short series, or a movie. Some begged for a mature married couple storyline that reflects who they are now. And here's the twist. Netflix loves fan pressure. They monitor trends. They know what audiences want. Fan demand heavily influences their decisions, especially when it comes to Korean content. So the viral reaction to this mini revelation, that alone might push Netflix closer to sealing the deal. Behind the scenes, both actors reportedly want a project that respects their real-life relationship while still giving them professional depth. Something emotional, something cinematic, something intense but beautiful. Something that reminds people why they fell in love. Not just with Crash Landing on You, but with Korean storytelling as a whole. Imagine a slow-burn romance with heavy emotional beats. Imagine cinematic shots, intimate dialogue, and a storyline that feels like poetry. Imagine Hyun and Son Ye-jin acting as if they aren't even acting, because some emotions are simply real. That's what Netflix is aiming for, and maybe, just maybe, Son Ye-jin's little slip wasn't a mistake. Maybe it was intentional. Maybe she wanted Netflix to feel the pressure. Maybe she wanted fans to start demanding it. Maybe she wanted Hyun to see that the world is ready, hungry, and waiting. And Hyun's shocked reaction? That might just be because she moved one step ahead of him and ahead of Netflix's carefully scripted silence. Because if there's one thing we've learned about Son Ye-jin over the years, it's that she has a way of saying the quiet part out loud, softly, beautifully, and without even trying. So here's where we stand. Netflix wants them. Fans want them. The actors are open to it. A secret conversation has already happened, and now the entire industry is watching to see what comes next. Whether the project gets confirmed next month or next year, one thing is certain. The world is ready for a binge-in reunion that will break the internet all over again. And when it happens, not if, but when, it's going to be the biggest K-drama story of the decade. This is K-DramaHaventv, and you just got the full scoop. Stay tuned, stay obsessed, and keep your notifications on, because this story is only just beginning.